Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the latest fifth anniversary season of the Jake's Take with Jacob Elyachar Podcast. I'm your host, Jacob Elyachar, the chief content producer and writer of JTWJE, a pop culture entertainment news website. If you're watching this on YouTube, please give us a thumbs up. And if you're listening to this on our audio platforms, please give us a 5-star review, download this episode and more episodes. I'm very excited because I have one of the internet's biggest stars right here on our platform. As of this recording, he has over 1.16 million YouTube subscribers. And his videos, and he has following 4.1 million TikTok followers. And his content, as of this recording, has been liked over 1.2.8 million likes on TikTok. So please help me welcome Hyphonix to the podcast.
Pleasure to meet you. Thank you, everybody, for your time. And thank you so much for hyping me up. I appreciate it. I just try my best to scare.
All right, so let's get started. So, John, how did you get the name Hyphonix?
Oh, okay. So this name goes back a very long time ago, actually, about 15 years ago. There's really no meaning to the name whatsoever, actually. It's just a very abstract name that I've actually didn't come up on my own. I stole it from my brother. This was his gaming tag on a game called Old School RuneScape. And he gave me the account because he quit the game. And I thought to myself, I really like the name. There's no meaning behind it. And I kind of just stole it from him. He's made jokes that he's going to come after me, but he's just joking. And he's very happy of how I was able to take his just very, humble gaming name and make it into something so big today.
That's incredible. So sometimes I have a younger brother myself. So Aaron, you rock. Yes, it's amazing what you can learn from your younger siblings and everything. So, okay. So when did you decide, okay, I'm going to take this name and I'm going to start posting on the internet?
Yeah. So I never anticipated that I'd be doing what I'm doing today. I started about 9 years ago making content and live streaming daily. In 2015, I had the intention of going live for the sole purpose of just getting people to join a clan in Clash of Clans. That was my only purpose. That was the sole purpose of it. At the time I was in high school and I was playing the game and I was really enjoying it, but I wanted more people to join my clan. And so I started streaming. And it quickly developed into something a lot more than I thought it'd be. I thought it'd be like maybe something I do once a week, maybe. But I fell in love with being in front of the camera. I really fell in love with the community that was growing. And before I knew it, I was streaming every single day of my life. And I've changed my content over the years multiple times. And somehow I have ended up being a bald, creepy guy popping up, scaring people today now, many years later.
It's amazing how that thing has become such a whole internet phenomenon. So how long have you been in? Like, it's amazing. You're almost getting ready to celebrate your 10th anniversary in streaming.
Coming up, I'm about to hit my 9th year of streaming.
Oh, wow. And you're hitting your 9th year, and in 2025 is the big 10th anniversary. Have you started brainstorming about that?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I think when it comes to the 10th year, I think I'm going to do something very large in terms of doing everything I've done over the past decade of content and just reliving back all the good memories that I've made and maybe even reflect on the things that I might have messed up on, because we all make mistakes. And I definitely have been learning as I've been going. I've been just doing this and growing up mentally as well.
So for a majority of your career, you have used Omegle for much of your content creation life. So how were you able to harness it, which successfully gave you an audience?
Yeah, so Omegle, I started 4 years ago just because I came across again and stumbled across some other content creators. And I thought to myself, I didn't realize the website even existed anymore. I remember hearing about it a long time ago, maybe like a decade ago. Didn't even know it was real anymore. I thought they've already I didn't know it existed. I started making content 4 years ago, and I didn't realize what my pursuing content would be, whether it be to mess with people, play skits. And I tried a culmination of different things, whether it be doing different skits, plays, ideas, having my friends help me do other things in terms of like messing with people. And ultimately, just about 2 years ago, I realized being bald with a mustache is the biggest advantage I've ever had in my life. Just because popping up in a dark, unsettling room and appearing for just a brief few seconds and then running away and coming back had been the biggest success I have found, just because people are just genuinely scared. And I was able to take that and really add on to it, whether it be using my wife in a situation where she would help me help get their name maybe, or my friends would help me get their name and we'd mess with them that way, or my wife would help me and she'd be a hostage in the scenario for me and help me really make that person believe a story of something that's going on and make them really lean into it and think what is going on and then pop in with a jump scare. It's been insane, honestly. I've never thought it would be to the size or the magnitude it is today.
I gotta say, the jump scares are intense. I was like watching some of your videos, like your most viewed video jump scares. I'm like, people were like terrified, screaming.
Oh yeah, I've even turned those down a little bit on social media posts. I've made them a little bit quieter because on my streams I'm playing as loud as I physically can for them to hear it. And then for the viewing pleasure, I try to turn it down a little bit so the people that are watching it later don't have to have their eardrums ringing.
Oh yeah, or that causes a lot of massive ear infections.
Absolutely.
All right, so in 2023, Omegle shut down. So what was your reaction when you received that news, and how are you able to transition into a new chapter?
So when that happened, I couldn't believe it. It was one of those things where it's like, because I've been doing Omegle for 4 years and the website's been around for over a decade. I just thought it would be around forever. So the fact that it did shut down, I already knew immediately there's a lot of different variations to the websites like that. They're not as good as Omegle by any means, but they're similar. The same concept, random people skipping through here and there. So I immediately knew that I could transition to other websites. The one that I currently use right now is called omni.tv. It's similar, except it's much more faster paced. On Omegle, when you click skip, you wait like 2-3 seconds and you come across the next person. On this website, people skip and they get the next person in 1 second, maybe even faster than that. So it has been a struggle as of recent because I'm now dealing with people that have a shorter attention span and they are just spamming through people so fast. So I need to be quicker and faster with getting their attention now. And I don't think I'll be doing this forever, obviously, because maybe even these websites that I'm currently using might go down. And I'm always thinking in the back of my mind what I could be doing in terms of, bringing my content in a larger scale or something that's going to be more personal. So I'm debating still. I want to know that myself.
And no matter what decision is it, you're a brand, a recognizable brand. So you'll have an audience that will go with you to wherever you want to.
Yeah, no, that is the biggest blessing. That's the one thing.
And speaking of that audience, so what were some of the, I would love to learn about some of the strategies that you and your team build to build that online following.
So as of just last year, it's just me and my wife. We work together as a team. And then I do have someone that does help me with the editing side of it because that is extremely time consuming. And then I do obviously have someone that helps me on the editing of the long form videos for YouTube. So it's really, it's a humble team of 4. And with all the people that help me in the background, though, that is a lot of friends, a lot of people from my community, and other content creators that help me make different clips, different interactions, different reactions, maybe different jump scares. And with all that coming together, we get a great product of great scares and things that, work out after trial and error. But it's just a team of 4.
It's amazing what a team of 4 can do. I can say that's an incredible power.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So what have been some of the challenge, like not challenges, but like what do you say the most proud moments? Like are there certain milestones in your career? They've said, "Oh my God, this video hit the first time I hit 1 million views."
This year has been very insane for me because for the longest time I've been doing Omegle content for 4 years now, and 3 years of that I was just posting YouTube videos ever so often, maybe every like 2 months, and obviously streaming every single day, but never really pushing myself to really try harder than that. Last year I thought I have already been doing content for such a long time, I'm going to try a different avenue, and that's where we moved on to short form content to post on Instagram, on TikTok, also on YouTube as well, and see what that does. And that was the biggest change because a clip that, might be only 15-20 seconds that people really love, it echoes on for such a long time and has such a massive, massive amount of reach that I never could even fathom or imagine. Even when I think to myself, oh, what can I go with my content? How big can it get? I never thought it'd be as big as it is right now, because it has extremely exceeded any of my expectations. Because there's videos out there that still gain views even as we speak right now, and I'm beyond blessed. I mean, the videos on YouTube as well too have just tremendously grown in so much viewage. It's a blessing. I'm trying to think realistically what has been like the one thing that I look at, and I just couldn't believe how video after video on TikTok throughout the year of 2023 was just going into the millions and millions for months on end. I could not and still cannot comprehend it.
That's amazing. Also not to mention, I bet, have you been like, have been thinking about your dream board, like saying, who are your dream collaborators? Have you thought about like, and how would they help your content grow?
Yeah, no, I've made some really great friends this year as well through the whole process. There's a lot of people in the community that do Omegle. They do similar content, whether it be gem scares or they just try to mess with people. I made a lot of great friends and other content creators that make similar content. And they co-star in my clips, and they help me in the background as well. And they also help me in the foreground in terms of being there physically with me whenever we are streaming, to help me maybe get a reaction. And I mean, there's other content creators that I do want to collaborate with in the near future. Obviously, I don't know who it's going to be as time goes, but I'm very excited to work with other people that do the exact same thing. If not, it doesn't even have to be the same thing, really. If they're even in a different community, would be absolutely thrilled to do something, maybe even in real life.
Absolutely. And like the thing is, with this generation, I think we value more human to human contact than like basically on our phones.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So how have you seen social media evolve? Like, because you have like particular social media, do you like prefer one platform or another platform?
I do obviously prefer I prefer YouTube over anything else, just because like TikTok is great, but it's a very fast-paced community, and Instagram's awesome, great, but I feel like on a more personal level, I enjoy the YouTube live streams just because that's where I'm getting immediate feedback. Whether something was great or something was bad, they're gonna tell me right off the bat. I don't have to sit there and really guess whether they like it or not. And it's just more of a personal thing because when I'm not getting reactions or acting out something, I mean, I'm being myself. And, the audience, they can see that. They're very understanding of, how I'm feeling every single day or what's on my mind. So I prefer that over all the other social medias, because as social media has been developing, the thing that I've noticed, and I see it day to day as I'm even on these websites trying to scare people, is that the attention span is going down tremendously. And you have less and less time to really get an impression on anyone in terms of just them sticking around for a second to even hear you out. So it's getting pretty competitive, and it's getting scary how fast paced things are getting now.
Yeah, it's extremely scary because the thing is, I value a lot more time like to get to know a person, because the thing is, you have like we're in a 2 minute SoundCloud world. I'm like, no, you can't get all. It's so difficult as content creators to get everything out in like 2 minutes.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. That's just the big struggle for me as well too. Just understanding how to play my cards right in order to get that initial interaction, and they stick around. That's just, I think every content creator struggling with it. It's not me, it's everyone.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, as you and I both know, a lot of people that are in elementary to high school right now really want to be a part of the influencer world when they graduate.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we know that's how competitive it is. If they want to do like at least be able to say, "Hey, I'm doing well at social media," what advice would you have for them?
Whew. And you've been doing this for a long time as well too, so I think you're going to be able to resonate very well with me on this. Is the biggest thing and the most important thing is that you thoroughly enjoy what you're actually doing, and not doing it for the money, for the fame, because those two things, if that's what you're chasing, you're going to get burnt out so quick, so fast, and get demoralized. You want to do it for the right reasons. And not only that, though, if you want to stand out, you have to find something that's going to make you stand out, whether it be a niche, a great personality, or maybe if you're an absolute legend at some type of game that other people can't play at the same level. You really want to stand out, because I feel a lot of people, they see other content creators and they just think to themselves, I'm going to copy exactly what they're doing. I'm not going to add anything of my own to it, and I'm going to push that out. And if that doesn't do good, I give up, which is necessarily, a thing that I see all the time, and people just give up. You definitely have to do it for the right reasons and do it because you want to. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how many times you make videos and how many things you make. People will tell as time goes on if you're doing it for the right things. They can see right through you, especially if you hate what you're doing. They will tell as well too, especially if it's on live stream as well too. They'll see right through you. Do it because of the right reasons.
I totally agree with you 100 million %. So, last question. Are you ready?
Absolutely.
Where can they connect with you on social media, and where can they find more of your projects, my friend?
Yes, absolutely. So I live stream every single day on my YouTube channel, Hyphonix. I post videos on there and shorts daily. And if you are interested in short form content, I post on TikTok, Hyphonix_YT, or on Instagram at official_Hyphonix. And in terms of the future, I'm always trying to innovate and think of how other ways I can scare people rather than just a simple jump scare.
Okay, absolutely. So, guys, did you miss an episode of the Jake Stick with Jacob Elyachar podcast? Visit our channels on Amazon Music, Apple Podcast, iHeartRadio, Podchaser, Spotify, and Spreaker. It's Jake Stick with Jacob Elyachar, JACOBELYACHAR. Now, are you on social media? Because I'm on social media too. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Threads, TikTok, and YouTube. Jacob Elyachar, JACOBELYACHAR. Want to know what's going on with America's Got Talent Fantasy League? Want to know what happened last season of Masked Singer? Want to find out my take on new music? Head to jake-take.com, the blog that started it all. Once again, jake-take.com. Hyphonix, it was a privilege to talk with you, sir, and congratulations on your 9 years of content creation. You have definitely made an impact on the internet.
Thank you so much. And once again, thank you so much for your time as well. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. And guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. Until next time, have a great one, everybody. Goodbye.